Yeah, ready.
Conor Benn has been seen training hard alongside heavyweight contender Daniel Dubois, fueling excitement ahead of his highly anticipated rematch with Chris Eubank Jr. The boxing world is buzzing, and Hamza Shiraz believes Benn is poised to make a statement. According to Shiraz, Eubank's biggest challenge isn't just Benn's power or aggression, it's the weight cut. Dropping down in weight again at this point in his career could drain him significantly. Shiraz predicts the toll will be evident once the fight begins, giving Benn the perfect opportunity to take control and finish Eubank within 6 explosive rounds.
I've got Conor Benn to win inside 6 rounds. I feel like the weight will affect Eubank too much on how it affected him before as well. And it was a hard fight, it wasn't an easy fight. Yeah, Conor Benn to win inside about 6 rounds.
Tim Bradley agrees with the sentiment but offers a more tactical perspective. He believes Conor Benn has the power to stop Chris Eubank Jr. if he controls his emotions. According to Bradley, Benn's downfall in their first fight was letting emotion take over, coming in too aggressive and engaging in exchanges that played to Eubank's composure.
Match is coming up soon, and Chris Eubank Jr. Yeah, shoot, look, Conor Benn can knock him out. Conor Benn can knock him out in the rematch. Oh yeah, couple things he gotta do though. You know, boxing one-on-one, man, when you're fighting a taller guy, you never want to step back in straight lines. You want to exit the sides. He stepped back in straight lines. He allowed Eubank to extend with those long arms, so he's getting caught on the end of his shots a lot of the times. Another thing, early on, got too reckless. You got to be more reserved, my man. Act like you've been there before. You got to control those emotions, all right? A lot of swinging, a lot of wild swinging, a lot of energy wasted early that you could have had on the back end and you could have finished stronger. But you didn't. You wasted a lot of energy swinging that air. Mad, intense. Hey, controlled aggression. That's what it got to be, Conor Benn. Control.
Eddie Hearn is relishing the buildup, calling it more than just a fight, it's one of British boxing's fiercest rivalries reborn. The first clash delivered pure drama and unforgettable moments. Now, Hearn faces the challenge of recreating that same electricity while ensuring neither fighter is pushed beyond their limits in this high-stakes rematch.
There were times when, I don't know, not I think Eubank would retire, but the first fight was incredibly physically taxing on both men. You know, both men ended up eventually that night in hospital, and Eubank was there for several days. And there was definitely a feeling of, are they going to want to run it back? I mean, the money's obviously huge, but do you want to go to those places again? And, you know, I have to give, you know, despite our differences, I have to give Junior respect because he went to some deep places that night. Both of them did. And they're choosing to run it back and go to the same places where they will definitely be going in this fight. So, you know, the first fight date, which was September 20th, didn't get off the ground because, you know, Eubank physically said he wasn't ready for that fight. So we're here now, November 15th, back at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium and back for another.
Amir Khan offers a different take, predicting a much closer rematch than the first encounter. He believes Conor Benn held back in their initial fight, perhaps out of respect for the stage or doubts about his power at a higher weight. Now, with that experience gained, Khan expects Benn to enter far more confident and aggressive.
I think Conor will do a little bit more because he knows he had a little bit more left in the tank from the last fight, that he could have done more, but he was just holding back a little bit. So I think it'll be a closer fight than the first one, but I think Eubank will still take that fight. Maybe just take the win. Because Eubank will have the confidence that he's beaten once before. He's bigger than him physically. And finally, yeah, I think experience. Yeah, I mean, and because he's the favourite going into fight, people are always going to be. I think one thing about Eubank is that I think he's won a lot of fans over lately. A lot of people give him a hard time. He's a nice guy, man. He's not a bad guy. And I think he's won a lot of the fans over, so yeah, respect to him there.
Johnny Nelson doubts Chris Eubank Jr. has truly improved. While he respects Eubank's April win, he feels his overall game remains the same. Nelson argues that if Eubank had the power to stop Conor Benn before, he would have done it. What impressed him most wasn't Eubank's performance, but Benn's toughness and resilience.
Himself every possible chance that's going, but in reality, you know, personally, I just think the last performance of Chris, I thought you've got nothing left. You've got nothing. There's no more improvement on what I'm seeing there. And I know there was a weight issue and all the build up to it. I thought there's no more improvement there.
Does that mean you think there's that, do you think Conor Benn will be better in the second fight?
Yes.
Does that mean that you think that by him being better and there's no more left from Chris Eubank, that Conor Benn's able to bridge the gap and get an outcome in his second fight?
Without a doubt.
You do?
He couldn't have done any more. If he could have knocked out Conor in that fight, he would have done. He just couldn't get rid of him. And Conor stuck it. So regardless of him being surprised that Conor stuck it out a lot more, he couldn't get.
Dave Allen also favors Conor Benn in the rematch, believing he's matured greatly since their first clash. That experience taught Benn exactly what to expect: the pace, the power, and the pressure. He's no longer uncertain. Allen adds that Eubank's toughest battle might not be Benn himself, but the weight cut.
If I had to put my neck on the line, which is what this video is about, at this stage, I'm going to go for a Conor Benn win. And my old man will definitely disagree. My old man will say Eubank is still going to be too big. It's still going to be too good. I just think the combination of Eubank having to make the weight again, because I think he struggles no matter what anyone says. He definitely struggles to make middleweight. The rehydration clause, maybe it's not as big an issue as people say it is. It still is an issue. And that coincided with, he's not getting any younger, and that was a really hard fight, along with the fact that that will probably do Conor Benn some good. A bit more experience, he's been there now. He knows he can bother Eubank, he knows he can hurt him. I want to go for a Conor Benn win.
Inside Chris Eubank Jr.'s camp, quiet confidence is growing. Longtime trainer Ronnie Davies hinted that things weren't ideal before the first fight, suggesting unseen issues affected Eubank's preparation. Though he kept details vague, Davies implied that a smoother build-up this time could reveal a far sharper, more focused version of Eubank.
I know there's a few issues last time, which I can't talk about, is he? But this time, Ziggy, when we talked to Ziggy before, sorry mate. This time he'll do it right, and you'll see a different Eubank, and I think he'll finally make an easier job. But then again, you don't know with Benn. He's a very determined young kid, very fit, very powerful, and he's young. And he'll fight his heart out. So,
George Groves, well acquainted with Chris Eubank Jr.'s career, brings another perspective. He believes this rematch lacks the family drama and emotional tension of their first encounter. Now, it's about legacy and timing. For Eubank, the clock is ticking fast. The window for big money fights and potential world title opportunities is beginning to close.
Different caveat, if you like, to this is Bomac is back.
Yes.
Now, which is interesting.
That is interesting. Now, he gave credit to Jonathan Banks for last time, but Bomac is different. He is different.
Different gravy.
I mean, the best we ever seen Chris Eubank Jr., in my opinion, was the Liam Smith rematch.
Yeah.
Bomac training him. Did you hear what Bomac said? This would send shivers down my spine when he goes, oh yeah, I had a look at that fight. Oh, there's a lot I can work with. You're like, if you're Conor Benn, you're thinking, sitting there going, oh shit.
Yeah. I would love Chris to put the ego away and get to America and let Bomac train you over there.
Oh, that'd be the...
You want to be in that gym. You want to be surrounding those little killers and sparring those guys, right? You want to be sparring those smaller guys who are like as fast as Conor and nippy as Conor. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and they will. And he'd probably, listen...
He'll get lit up by some of them.
He'll get lit up
by some of them.
But believe me, it's going to pay you dividends.